Hey, this is Tochi Chukwuani here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Here I will be sharing what I do on and off the pitch, and in this very first episode, I will be sharing my first season in Sturm Graz. So enjoy. So before I joined Sturm Graz, I was watching the guys fighting for the championship last year, which was it's fantastic and also very nerve-wracking to watch because it was the last game of the season and they had to win the game to become champions. And when I saw Gregi score the header and the celebration and the parade for the guys to win the championship, I just felt so much joy, even though I was not even a player of the club yet. But I felt like this gave me even more motivation for myself before joining the club to try to replicate and also try to be a part of something so big and try to replicate it when I got there. So the achievement the guys did to see how it affected the other people in not only in Graz but Sturm Graz fans all over the world was just something so joyful to watch, and to see how much it affected people. This was something that it just really gave me motivation for myself to, when I get to Sturm Graz, that I should just try to do everything in my power to give to the fans so they can get this kind of feeling again. So yeah, I came to pre-season here on the 17th of June for my first training, and yeah, it's always different to come to a new country where in the beginning you don't really speak the language. You need to get used to the new environment, the new people, the new culture. And for me, I feel like I'm very good at adapting to new environments and new stuff, new people as well. So for me, it was a quite easy transition, especially as well when my teammates, I was so comfortable with them, it felt like I've already known them for before. So yeah, I remember my first trainings being very, very tough. I think the training intensity was something that I had to get used to. It was even quite a shock that the trainings were so hard. So yeah, our first game was against Rapid Wien, but unfortunately I got injured in the training match against Porto just 4 days before the game. So yeah, due to that, I wasn't able to start the game against Rapid Wien, which was the first league game. So it was quite tough for me not being able to play the first games. And then I remember my first game in Sturm Graz when I got debuted. When I came on, it was wow, the fans are really, 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 really great. And this is the first impression I got, that okay, you come to a club where there's a huge fan base, where the supporters, they're really on you, they're really demanding a lot on you, and I feel like this is even a blessing. This is also the main objective for us this season, to try to win the Doublesieger and try to at least clinch the title again and make it back to back, because I feel like this is something I want to see Sturm Graz people again smiling this year and say that they've won back-to-back championships. And then not long after, I remember one game we played against VSG Tirol, where I came on the last 5 minutes. My dad always used to tell me that if you get 5 minutes, make it the best 5 minutes possible you can, and make that 5 minutes, try to make an impression for the fans. I got already a chance after 30 seconds, and I missed it. Then I drive with the ball, and then I slotted the ball into the bottom corner with my left foot. I scored my first goal now for Sturm Graz. And I could just feel an entire rush go through the body. This feeling of scoring a goal you can't really describe it. My only thing I can say is that you need to come on the pitch, you need to be the player. Obviously, when you join a new club, you hope and also like to think that you can continue from where you left at your former club. But sometimes that's not the reality, and this was also the case in my situation when I joined Sturm Graz. Then there was actually 2 games where I was not even selected for the game, and I start asking myself, am I doing enough in training? Am I missing something?
and I start looking more inside to myself. I think I used it as like motivation in terms of pushing more in training, trying to work on the stuff that I can be better at. My finishing, my heading, and also my long passing. So during this period, I could also see I really took some great steps in terms of getting better at these kind of attributes, and I could see it also whenever I came onto the pitch. I could see it was also paying off. I think during these kind of periods it's very important that it doesn't matter how you feel. If you feel sad, if you feel disappointed, this is normal to feel, and it's very much allowed to be feeling these kind of emotions, which I was very much feeling at the time, feeling disappointed, feeling upset at the coach that I'm not playing, I'm not starting the games. But I feel like the most important thing is that you go into every training and try to make yourself 1% better, which was my main mindset at the time, that no matter if I'm playing or not playing, it shouldn't change the fact that I'll go into training every day and try to make myself better, because I know it will help me in the long run. No matter the circumstances, I know it's always difficult, and I know it was very difficult for me as well, because we are all human beings. But I feel like the most important thing was for me to have faith, and then also keep believing that the chance will come one way or the other. And I knew when the chance came, I knew I would be ready, because I've done all the hard work, which is basically the foundation for everything. So once I have the foundation, I mean, I can just go out and perform and do it, or no, I will not miss my chance. So I feel like that's the main thing. And then we play a club called Blau Linz. And then, unfortunately, our captain, he gets injured just before halftime, and I get told that I need to go and warm up. So I came on now as the number 6. And I remember I had a feeling of, yeah, this is my chance that I've been praying for. This is my chance that I've been working for to get. It doesn't matter how I get it. Now at least I got the chance. So it's just for me to grab it, which is very important in football. Whenever you get the chance, you have to be ready to grab it. So yeah, I go out there, and basically I find already the flow from the get-go with 1 good pass, 2 good passes, 3 good passes, and so on and so forth. And from there, I'm already inside the game. And yeah, we have our first Champions League game, which is against Club Brugge. Now, I got told now I'm basically in starting 11 now against Club Brugge in my first Champions League game. I remember I was running out onto the pitch. The fans, the way they were screaming, the way they were cheering, it was so loud, like something I've not at least experienced at that time before in my life. Body start getting goosebumps, you know, which was the first time this happened to me in my football career, that I've ever experienced something like that. And I think it was just a mix of being so excited, and also first time of me being a bit like, oh, this is my Champions League game. This is what I've dreamt of since I was a kid. So I'm basically here. I'm here. This is the stage. So I felt like it's a mix of like different emotions just coming together, which was, I think, the reason why I got goosebumps, you know. And you hear the Champions League anthem, you know. You know, and then you just get a feeling, oh, I remember thinking to myself, wow, I'm really here, you know. And then it was like all the goosebumps, all the nerves just like went away, because it's like, wow, am I nervous about? I'm here. This is the Champions League. This is what I've dreamt of. I need to enjoy the moment, not be nervous about it. Once I entered the warm-up, I could feel the atmosphere. I could feel the loudness, like it was so loud. And then, yeah, unfortunately, we ended up losing the game 1-0, which from a goal we conceded in the first half. But we were really giving like Club Brugge a hard time. So it was a really great opponent that we played, and unfortunately we lost 1-0, but we take all these losses as learning experiences, because we know we can use all the experiences to our next games that we are playing in Champions League.
After the Champions League game against Club Brugge, we had a national team break again, and this was a successful one. Also because we already knew that we were already through in the U21 Euros and we could clinch our spot. So went into this game, of course, with more confidence and just try to go out and enjoy the game. And this is basically what I did, and I managed also to get a goal. And it was also lovely that I had my sister and my mom in the stands to watch the game, which is not something that happens very often, but once it happens, then it's just lovely. And then I always try to put on a great show when they're watching. So I felt in the game, from the first minute, I just felt great, you know, and then had successful action. And then from that, the game just came to me, and then it was like I was in flow state. And then I was just very happy that we managed to win the game, and then I also managed to get a goal in front of my family, which is something you can't really describe the feeling. And yeah, I took this confidence from the national team also into the club football, because I know we will be playing Champions League very soon after that.
So yeah, right now I'm back playing a bit PlayStation, just to chill, you know. It's been a minute since I've been on the game, but normally I like to just read or watch series in my free time, but once in a while I'll hop on the game. Right now I'm playing 2K, as I said. Big mistake. Back on the game, I mean, it's been a minute. I've lost so much in terms of rhythm, but hopefully I will find it back, and then I will start playing again with friends or my teammates who are also playing the games once in a while.
On the 5th November, we played against Dortmund at Signal Iduna Park, and it was really an amazing stadium. We did a very good job. We did a fantastic job, in fact. And also I played a very strong match this game personally, and it was crazy experience to play in front of 80,000 fans. And this is, for me, this was the biggest stadium I've ever played at. And I remember just looking up, I could just see a whole wall with yellow and black. And we even gave them like a tough game. And unfortunately, we had our chances in the second half, but we didn't capitalize on them. In this kind of game, you just need to be more clinical, because when you play at this kind of level, if you give the opportunity the slightest chance, then they are so good that they will just score on it. And this happened this game where Donny Malen, he came on within 5 minutes. We got one chance that we unfortunately made mistake ourselves, and then he scored on it. So this is like when you give the opposition team these kind of chances, then they'll capitalize on them. So yeah, this is one key takeaway I took from this game. The following week we played Hartberg, which is about 45 minutes away from Graz, and yeah, of course it's so much different from Hartberg to Dortmund, but for us, it was a very important game because the 3 points is what we needed. Luckily for us, we got the 3 points there as well, and I scored my second goal in the season against this team.
Tochi Chukwuani, it's a victory against Hartberg. Is today's game kind of proof? It was a strong performance from the beginning, very dominant, that many games are more a reward than a burden?
Yeah, I mean, it was a difficult game, difficult way, but yeah, I mean, we did the simple stuff, we did the pressing, we did the simple ball movement, and then also we were brilliant today on our set pieces. Every set piece we were strong, and yeah, also congratulations to Tommy also. So yeah, I mean, it was brilliant, yeah.
Pretty good job today, but you did too, with your second goal this season. How satisfied are you with your own performance?
No, it was an okay performance. I mean, there's still room for improvement. Obviously, it's nice to get on the score sheet and help the team, but yeah, I mean, we just have to keep going, yeah. We just have to keep going.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So after I had that game, we had another international break, and I come again in with more confidence because I scored in the game before going. So I had a feeling that when we went on the camp again, I would be scoring again, and this also happened, even though we lost the game 2-1. And we were so close to draw the game, but That's how it is sometimes, but we did a great performance, and we used these 2 friendly games now against 2 great opponents to get ready for the Euros, and personally it helped me also to build more confidence going into the next game.
As a cross.
So tomorrow we have our game against Klagenfurt, which will be another exciting game. And yeah, we just have to keep trying to do the same stuff that we've been doing in the other games, which is being attacking and very intense in our pressing, and also be very clinical, because this has really helped us during the other games, and this should be no different against Klagenfurt.
Die 21, Tochi Chukwuani!
Saren, bug that beat, boy.
What a game today, man. Seven goals. I don't think that's happened ever since I came here. And also the other guys told me that they've not experienced that before. I saw you today in the corner. It's good. You like the game?
Yeah. Against Girona, I'm also here.
Really?
But I will put them.
And yeah, I mean the game, it was exactly what we spoke about in the morning. Make today amazing, and we did that. In fact, we did even more. I mean, 7 goals is just really crazy. So yeah, it's match day +1, and normally I just do recovery after game at the club, and then usually I'll get a massage, try to go out running, just move the legs a bit, and then I go home again, do a bit more recovery just to get the blood flowing, you know, and then yeah, all this to just get ready for Wednesday, which is the day of the Champions League. Big game against Girona. Hopefully we will be able to get 3 points away from the game, or at least 1 point, because each Champions League game we've been growing and getting better, you know, so also in the league we've been performing and gaining confidence, so hopefully we'll bring that to the Champions League game and hopefully get a victory from it. At least that'll be nice. So yeah, now is the match day -1, which means it's the day before the Champions League game, and we're just getting ready today. Some sharpness in, and then we'll be ready for tomorrow. So now I will see you guys at training.
Very good. He can play everywhere. He can defend. He's good in the offensive.
That's the best player of the last games.
So yeah, we knew Girona was going to be a tough matchup. They are a very, very strong team in Spain. And last year they did brilliantly in the La Liga, so we knew it was going to be a difficult matchup. But we had a lot of self-belief that we were going to win this match. That self-belief came from what we've been doing throughout the league. We've really been dominating the league and also coming from a 7-0 victory that basically just gave us extra confidence.
Chukwuani worked the shot. Chukwuani disguises it, passes on to Chadder. Chadder moves through the challenge, and the goalkeeper keeps it out once, but not twice. And swept home by Girona. The first Sturm Graz player to score a goal in the Champions League this season.
Das Ganze Single, groß machen, rechts hinsetzen, 3-3, Greenish.
Playing against them on the away is also a very tough one. So I remember coming there, I felt like we've been building confidence from the Champions League matches every game. So we still went there with confidence that we could do something. And so yeah, the last game before the season was Lille, and this game we knew would be tough after Lille just beat big teams in the Champions League before that. So we knew it would be a big opposition team to play against.
Talk me down, tell me everything's alright. Call me back,
Ay, man, it's a bit. Yo, Vanessa got the sauce.
So we come there, and I remember the first 20 minutes was one of the hardest 20 minutes in my life, where I felt like we didn't touch the ball for those 20 minutes, and we were just running after the ball. the Lille game, we headed to vacation, and I just enjoyed my vacation in Denmark, but the vacation was not too long. So we came back to pre-season, and then we had our pre-season in Marbella. And in Marbella, we just got ready there with a couple of games against Lugano from Switzerland and another team from Switzerland again. We were basically just preparing for our Champions League games, which was the first game that we were going to play after the pre-season. So yeah, we had a good pre-season, and then from the pre-season we had our first Champions League game against Atalanta, which we unfortunately lost 5-0. We had a revenge to do. Even though we couldn't qualify through into the next phases of Champions League, we wanted to give the fans a proper way to finish the Champions League campaign, and this game was against Leipzig. You could already feel from the dressing room that everybody was ready to give everything in their power to win the match.
Moving to the near post, excellent routine. The goalkeeper gets that once, but not twice. And Arjan Balic, big moment for the teenager, gets his first European goal. Well, he's only just broken into the team, but he's living the dream. You try telling that young man that there's nothing on his game tonight. Slovenian-born Bosnian under 21 into...
Yeah, that's my boy who's playing right now. I always love to watch my guys play, whether that's in Denmark, in France, Germany, wherever the case may be. I love watching my guys play, you know, and support them, and yeah, just keep track of them, you know.
So after the Leipzig game, we then had the cup game, which is also very important, as due to last year we managed to win also the cup as well as the title. So this year we would like to repeat it again, you know, by winning it's called the Doublesieger in German. So this is both winning the cup and then the league title. So we came into the game, and it was like we've had some troubles against Austria Wien. And they were also very dominant in the start, and the game was going back and forth. It was like 50-50 game, and then they managed to get a goal as well early in the game, which really set us back. And we tried to get into the game, but we couldn't really find our flow, and this was not really our best game as a team, and it's also shown during the season that we've had very much trouble against Austria Wien, and this was also one of these days. And we ended up losing the game 2-0. And yeah, that meant that we're out of the cup.
Yeah, Tochi came to us last summer from some Finnish club, and he fit in really well and really fast. A personal highlight from him was the game in Dortmund. We were there, and he really did, in my opinion, he will become a really great player in the future.
And then we got some couple chances, but we didn't really capitalize on them. And then unfortunately we got the first red card, which happens in football. It's difficult, man. It's very difficult, but we try to keep our heads up. Obviously now is very sad moment, but already from the changing room we are already trying to push each other and keep our heads high because we know there's already an important game on Sunday. Both players and staff, we believe that if we continue to play like this, the way we were dominating, the way we were harassing them today, then we will stand with the cup.
So yeah, coming to the Salzburg game was very intensive as this was the game before the last game, and we had to win this game in order for us to try to get on top again on the league table. And it was very tight in the end, as the league race was between us, it was between Salzburg, it was between Wolfsberg and Austria Wien. So this win meant everything in terms of the league title. Unfortunately, I was on the bench, but we knew already that every player was going to be important in the game, and yeah, this game showed it as well, as we were in front in the beginning of the game, and then Salzburg came back into the game. Elko and then Amadi Camara, and we knew that our roles was important as the ones that starting, because we could bring the new fresh energy and try to change the game. And it was actually Elko who assisted me for the goal to make it 4-2 and just to basically just finish the match. This was a very important win, and for me personally also was a great way to come in and try to help the team, even though I was not starting and maybe a bit frustrated that I was not starting, but just try to help the team.
Für den Club, Tochi, hat dieser Sieg heute.
Ja, es ist ein sehr wichtiger Sieg heute. Wir haben eine sehr gute Leistung gemacht und ja, wir sind alle sehr zufrieden. Und ja, ich habe auch ein Tor geschossen, so ja, wir sind alle zufrieden. Ja.
Wie viel Spaß als Joker hatten Sie denn? Sie waren richtig aufgedreht.
Ja, manchmal bin ich Joker und ja, wenn ich Joker bin, dann muss ich Energie bringen auf den Platz und ich habe das gemacht heute. Ja.
Tochi Chukwuani, he is a really Danish dynamite, like Rasmus Højlund or Mika Berit. He is a very fantastic player, and here by our club Sturm Graz, he is a black pearl, a black jewel. He is one of the best young players I have ever seen.
When we even came to the warm-up, this stadium was already fired up. Like, it was completely fired up.
When we heard the final whistle, it was just like the biggest relief. First thing I did was to thank God, which is, yeah, he's the guy who is doing everything for me, is doing everything. So you have to always give thanks to the Most High, and this is where I'm always blessed.
Tochi, the greatest player. Hey, top 360 on the world. Hey, Moga! Yeah, you can see the atmosphere. It's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant. We did it. There's not much. I had no words. It's just fantastic feeling, really.
Hello guys, here is Emanuel Ivo, 24 years old. I'm centre back at Sturm Graz and happy to take part of this nice documentary. So the season, I think in general had many ups and downs. I think we started very well, but then during the winter we lost many difficult players, also the coach, but I think as a team we always stick together, and I think we always kept believing in our qualities, also in difficult periods of the season, and I think that's why in the end of the season we are on the top.
You come into the game now, first 5 minutes we get the hang of it, we get our passes going, we get our tackles going, we get our interceptions going, and then from there we already knew, yeah, it will be a good day today. Whether we win or we make draw, then we will be champion. And yeah, this time we got draw, which was enough for us to become champion. But anyways, back to the game. Luckily for us, we were able to get the goal. When we heard the final whistle, it was just like, first thing I did was to thank God. He's the guy who is doing everything for me, is doing everything. So you have to always give thanks to the Most High, and this is where I'm always blessed and always grateful for him, you know, because this is not my doing, it's his, you know, so yeah. Also, what I really found as a blessing was that my dad and agent, unfortunately the rest of my family couldn't make it, but at least to have family there and my agent as well, who's also family, was like really, truly a blessing to have them there and support the game, support being there and being able to win my first title. This is my first title as a professional footballer, hopefully one of many, and them being there is just something which is truly a blessing, and I really can't appreciate them more enough, you know, so yeah. yeah, this is the end of the YouTube vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now I'll be going on vacation, and yeah, with my small vacation, I'll get ready for Euros, and then I will see you in hopefully episode 2, vlog 2. Stay tuned. Peace.